Welcome to the Camping World Independence Bowl. Today here at Independence Stadium in Shreveport, Louisiana. We've got the NC State Wolfpack and the Vanderbilt Commodores for a great matchup on the day after Christmas.
B.J. Hill is an elite defensive tackle for NC State. He and Bradley Chubb, I think, are future NFL prospects. We'll talk about them in this game. But this is an SEC defensive line. Make no mistake about it. I think NC State's defensive line is the second best in the conference behind the Clemson Tigers.
6-6, 3-5 in the ACC. Started off good, had that monsoon game that looked great at the time against Notre Dame. Of course, not the greatest season for the Fighting Irish. They lost 4 straight difficult losses against Clemson and FSU, and the Wolfpack faithful say, hey, should have had those and finished off victories against those teams. Matt Day is the first 1,000-yard rusher since 2002 for NC State. So it's the redshirt sophomore Ryan Finley out of Phoenix, the transfer from Boise State, who's got his first pass incomplete.
Well, we talked about the quick pass game in the open, Mike, something that has to go. They want to get him into a rhythm.
Formation with Days in the backfield. Just a 3-man rush and a short throw right to the first down sticks. Caught by Nyheim Hines. 1st and 10. Cole Cook, the tight end, blocking out in front for Days, who turns the corner, 1st down yardage, and across midfield to get Days rolling. 3rd leading rusher in the ACC this year, goes for 14.
Because he's used to playing backside of the zone read.
Well, Cole, as you said, it's another short toss there, the second grab of the day for Hines. He's only thrown the ball 29 times this year. And on the snap, the ball comes loose. Days had the carry. Ball came out, and it's Vanderbilt football. They've got motion. Sims on the orbit cut, and Webb goes up the middle and doesn't really pick up much there, the junior from Gainesville, Florida. 2nd and 8, the pocket shifts, and a high throw is reeled in by Jalen Samuels, the team's leading receiver. That's his 50th catch of the year.
Disguising there is, the less shady it is all around.
A lot of eye candy when they send Darius Sims in motion. Webb coming out of the backfield. Short throw off to the right side. And it's of the year. And he has done it again. Openshaw now 15 of 18 on the year. Hines in motion out of the backfield. He grabs it 2 yards shy of the line of scrimmage and powers his way forward for a 1st down and then some. Out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, a pickup of near 15. 1st and 10, Samuels on the reverse. One of a variety of ways he gets used. And 2nd down and plenty of time. And a ball right on target at the 10-yard line. Finds Lewis again. On the toss for Days, he stood up and he loses 3 yards on the play. Vandy holds, turnover on downs.
Technically sound as well.
There's a flag thrown right at the snap of the ball, and the pass is intercepted. Shermer's picked off. Meadows comes up with it, but we'll have to check the flag to see if the play stands.
But they really stick to their bases of what kind of an offense they want to be.
3rd down, short toss, and Hines gets the job done.
Yeah.
Days coming out of the backfield, picks up a nice block out in front. He's got a 1st down, and it's back to the red zone again. Give credit to Kelvin Harmon, the freshman wide receiver, for helping break that play open. Empty backfield, they can still pick up a 1st down. The throw is to Samuels. He slips the tackle, dives for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. 5th receiving touchdown of the year for Samuels.
You see 53 pull around. Tyler Jones, it's a run-pass option from Ryan Finley. He has the option to go quarterback run in an empty set with no back, decides to pull it up and deliver the touchdown pass to Jalen Samuels.
It was Sherfield who came in motion. He takes the snap off to the left side of the defense, and he starts to break away down the sideline. He jukes his way inside the 15 and is finally tripped up by the freshman Nick McLeod. 3rd and 5 for Shermer. He's back to throw. Surveys his options with the ball tucked. And the wave of red and white was a little bit too strong for Shermer. Arius Moore, the linebacker, finishes him off.
Bradley Chubb, Cole, again, in on the initial pressure there. A great job with his instincts of getting past the pocket to know to redirect, come back down towards the line of scrimmage. He was the first one to get in there. This guy has had his fingerprints all over this game so far in the first half.
Open shot, trying to make it 2 for 2 today. And a bit of a line drive kick is no good. He's got a diamond set up to the top of the screen. Instead, on a design run, he takes off and goes head first.
6 against BYU, and he finishes with 16.
Finley on 2nd and 6, setting up the inside screen for Samuels. He's got a first down and more, and he is off to the races. Say sayonara, Jalen Samuels with a touchdown as he goes 55 yards, and the Wolfpack stretches its lead to 13-3.
Here, we'll take a look. Screen underneath. You see the offensive lineman out front. Garrett Bradbury, big 65, way out front, throwing a block for Jalen Samuels. Set by Garrett Bradbury's parents on the plane. Big 65 for NC State. Another look. There's Bradbury out front. Samuels with the finish. He said he played tight end in high school. Him on the sideline against Alabama last year.
Good job by the Big Ten crew here today to stay away from making any call there. Pocket collapse quickly there on Shermer. Down he goes. Expect another timeout here.
Gets a nice push right into the back of the backfield.
14 second quarter points for Vanderbilt, or rather for NC State, after the Wolfpack was down 3-0 after 15 minutes. The winner of this game finishes 7-6. It's NC State's game right now.
Coach, low extracurricular activity at the end of that first half there. How do you get that next?
Oh, I mean, they're just getting frustrated because they're holding them so bad on the offensive line. They're not calling any of it. We got 3 guys' jerseys that are ripped. So we just got to get them to calm down and beat blocks with their hands, and they're not going to call it. So we got to beat that block.
Drive moves to a 3rd and 2. Shermer on a floater has it picked off, taken away by Josh Jones. Here he comes down the sideline, and it's going to be great starting field position for the Wolfpack.
Play action, so it's going to take a little bit longer to develop. And Justin Jones, remember we called his name earlier, Mike, and he was out at defensive end. Now he's at defensive tackle. A nice swim move inside, wins a one-on-one. That contact is what causes the floater. And then, of course, Josh Jones with the pick and the finish.
On the option, Finley keeps it headlong down to the 5-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, Wolfpack. Says a lot about your academic pedigree, huh?
Thank you.
Cut back right, Gillespie is in standing up. His 2nd rushing score of the day, and the lead is now 17 for NC State.
Cutback runs, so valuable for NC State. Watch the patience from Gillespie. He'll go flat, outside, and then boom, north and south. An excellent job by that offensive line before the actual game. You're going to practice, but no school, so you're allowed to do a lot of different activities and things. You mentioned the game show earlier that both teams competed in. I can remember being a part of this Independence Bowl in 1996. So I was on an Auburn team that played Army. We had a talent show, similar things like that. I saw Vanilla Ice. Oh, those go away.
It's a 6-man rush right up the middle, and Shermer is dropped, and a hard hit from Arius Moore, who went airborne before making the sack.
Well, this is going to remind Vanderbilt fans of Zach Cunningham's field goal block against Auburn. Here comes 58, right up the gut, A-gap. Ralph Webb goes low, whoop! Arius Moore, watch this vertical, yaga! Boom, quarterback sack. That is some unbelievable athleticism. Pass rush skills out wide.
On the comeback, the catch is made by Lewis, and he's down to the 45-yard line.
There's so many good games leading up to those. You don't really get congested and bogged down just talking about that. What a throw.
Finley on 3rd and 7 finds Braylon Cherry. Great throw to anticipate the spot and to extend the hands and finish the play.
Well, Cherry has been a big play waiting to happen this season. He's been the cherry bomb for this NC State offense, and you see there, nice double move and excellent hands.
Now 3rd down. Going inside for a screen for Samuels. He scored a touchdown on this play already today, and he does it a second time. The third touchdown of the day for Jalen Samuels. He can do it all.
Samuels, they do such a nice job, Coach Drinkowitz and company, of hiding him and moving him around and finding different ways to get him involved. Lined up out wide here. Quick distribution on the screen.
Where they converted just 36% during the regular season. There's the hole that Ralph Webb has been looking for all day. He's into the end zone from 30 yards out. Touchdown Vanderbilt. 18 minutes left in regulation as they look for a bowl victory here today. Plenty of time for Finley. It's a cutting Nyheim Hines. Shermer, down he goes. Tough pressure to escape. And he got wrapped up by Kentavious Street.
Kentavious Street, another one of those defensive linemen, that go-fast offenses that at times I don't feel like certain coordinators can force themselves to coach for the game, to win the game, as opposed to just trying to move the football and be who you are most other times on offense.
Kalijah Lipscomb ripping off a big-time return here. The freshman from New Orleans. Home state action, takes it inside the 10, and he rumbles all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
Technique.
Going on the handoff, it's a dive at the goal line by Blasingame. Did he get enough? Yes, he did. Kari Blasingame leaping, touchdown Vanderbilt. Quarter for NC State. They have yet to score here in the fourth. And their last drive lasted all of 14 seconds. 3 incomplete passes. Now Nyheim Hines on the breakaway. Trying to answer for the Wolfpack, and indeed he will. There he goes, all the way. How about it? 100 yards for Nyheim Hines. We just showed you 2 potential SportsCenter top 10 plays. Let's add a third to the list.
What a burst from Nyheim Hines. Got lost in traffic a little bit there and then just turns on the juice. Hines to the house. Hit him with the Hines.
No time in the pocket, and Shermer is taken down. Turnover on downs as the defensive line for the Wolfpack with Justin Jones up front continues to wreak havoc.
17.
Last snap of the day, it's intercepted. Shermer is picked off, and it ends with a bang. Niles Clark, a pick 6 to cap a Camping World Independence Bowl victory for the Wolfpack of North Carolina State.
Jalen, I'll start with you. First off, what position would you call yourself?
Football player, yeah. Athlete.
What does it mean for this program to get this win tonight?
I mean, it means a lot, you know, just give us a lot of momentum going into next year, point blank. You know.
Arias, playing behind that defensive line, how convenient is it?
I love it. I mean, it frees me up to do a lot of things, and I mean, you saw what they did. They had a bunch of sacks too, so they was doing their thing.
Got to give the big guys love. Got to give the big guys love.
Well, it's always good to have a Swiss Army knife no matter where you are at number 1 for NC State. Jalen Samuels played exactly that role as the Wolfpack win the Camping World Independence Bowl 41-17 here in Shreveport, Louisiana over Vanderbilt.